Hey guys, welcome to American Truck Simulator. So, we are with this awesome truck which was thrown up on the Steam Workshop this week, back end of the last maybe? It's the K100E? Maybe? Is it? Let me look. Yeah, K100E. Real nice truck. You can have the heavy haul setup here. You can see I've got 605 horsepower engine. You can do like a Euro style, although I've never seen these in Europe. Doesn't mean they don't exist though. Or an Australia version. This is what I've done with it. Bull bar up front, the flaps up front there, heavy haul axles, running the Alco, I think, is that Alco you pronounce it? The wheels and tyres from one of the mod packs. Beacons, sort of Outback style, snorkels for the air intake there and there. Short exhausts, no aero really. It's a really nice truck, I like it a lot. So, also, something else I've done. I've never done it before. And that's added in the Frosty mod by Grimm's for winter. Reason I've done that? Well, Oregon, up that way, gets snow. Makes sense. So fired up. This is using Crutchy Barnes. Excuse you. I've got to have that on. This is using Crutchy Barnes sounds. Now, I've actually made this, gone across here and got smoked by a train off camera. So we'll be quick about that. So we are going to be doing one that I've not done actually yet. A log house there, 21 ton, going up to probably a logging camp, so it could take a little bit. And time is of the essence apparently, so I wanted to do somewhat of a heavy haul. And I started the game off at 8 o'clock. Because I think with this Frosty mod, it actually messes with the time of day and how quick it gets dark as well. Now, the downside to using these wider tyres, you can see that there is a little bit of clipping going on here. My guess is if SCS actually, well, you know, supported heavy haul chassis properly in American Truck Simulator, the second steer axle would be locked. When it's up like this, it wouldn't be turning. To my knowledge, I think it has a disconnect on real ones, I think. So I thought I'll point that out. It bugs me. Bugs the living crap out of me. Now I could solve that by going to a normal size steer tyre instead of one of the ultra wides, but I don't like the look of so much. I didn't realise that's actually got reverse lights up there. Oh, that's really cool. I did not know that. Did I add those? I can't remember adding those. Anyway, Hitsy. We'll load her up. So that's being cranked up there. You can see the log harvester there, just a generic, very generic thing actually. They used to look very similar out of American, farm sim. Alright, we'll drop our axle. Beacons are on. Parker brakes off. And let's get out of here. Now recently in American Truck Simulator I actually did quite a trip and I went down south where I've actually, this profile I've not been. Believe it or not, I have literally not been down there. Why do I always turn in the wrong spots? Come on, make the turn. Thank God these trailers don't have collisions. I always go out the wrong way here. Every time. Every damn time. Thought I'd learned by now. Yes, navigation resumed.
The right lane, then turn right.
So I'm not using the physics mod. That makes the roads a bit more slippier and whatnot. Right. I'm not a fan of those personally. but each to their own.
Use the left lane.
Maybe I'll try it one day and see what it's like, see if it seems legit or not. But I thought I'd throw the snow down, just for something different. You guys will have to let me know what you think. And hopefully we'll be driving into some daylight so you see what this awesome truck looks like. This is main profile, by the way, so we replaced this with the 800 Kenworth that we were using, heavy haul. Just straight up sold the other one, went in for this one. You guys know I like the older trucks, and especially if they've got engines where they're actually capable of hauling the cargo that's in the game default. I'm happy. The Model R doesn't have engines that are capable of hauling it unless you just want to use box cars, really, until you download this thing off a Steam Workshop that gives you extra engines, which, realistic, would the truck have it? Probably not, but you never know. People re-engine machines, I was going to say, people re-engine trucks. Why would we be doing 40 mile an hour on a highway? Seems weird. So we'll get this recorded and I need to go get some lunch. I'm hungry. Recorded 2 videos, recorded Friday's video for Farming Simulator and now this one. So I'm on a roll. And you know what? If it wasn't for the Steam Workshop and me going on there seeing... Look at the cop flying by. If it wasn't for... Come on, indicate. Bud. Oh look, he was moving over. Steam Workshop saw a new mod for train stuff, which I've always wanted to get something like that, but at the same time I don't, just in case it causes issues. And some of the pictures were using the Frosty mod. It's like, ah, you know what, we've got states in here now in the game that get snow. Even when Utah comes in, to be honest, they get snow up there. Not necessarily all of Utah, but quite a few places. Which, mentioning Utah, I gotta mention it. Grant Thomas. Some of you may or may not know the channel King of Random. He got killed in a paragliding accident, or well, yesterday for me, Tuesday. Like, God, can't believe that. It's a channel that I've watched for years, and I've missed him as a character on the show, not being around too much. And it was only this week where I've been thinking, when are we going to see him again on the show? Because usually he comes back for cameos here, and once in a while he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. It's just, wow, that one hit home. That one hit home. Like, I know it affected a lot of YouTubers. Nerd Rage, I think his channel name is. I didn't realise he was Canadian, but he's Canadian, and he put up a video about it, and yeah, dude was in tears. Like, anyone that knows Nerd Rage, I think that's his channel name again, does a lot of whacked out science stuff. He's got a good channel too. He doesn't do a whole lot of content, but some really good stuff. And you could just, yeah, you could hear it. Those two were close. And he was probably close with quite a few people. Family, kids, wife. It's just, too soon, too soon. He was young, like, late 30s, I think. From all accounts, from what I've been reading, it was a updraft. And Utah's got some wicked scenery, and with some wicked scenery you got some wicked hills, cliffs, mountains. Cause an updraft, which is basically huge gust of wind going up, and paraglider is oversized parachute, if you like. Would have just collapsed it. Sometimes you can recover from that stuff, depending on his altitude. Yeah, it sucks. It really does suck.
Navigation resumed.
And it's not usually stuff that I talk about on here, but mentioning Utah, yeah. You gotta bring that up. Just to acknowledge it. But anyway, onto a more happier note. Getting some daylight now. See the snow coming in. This is the first time I've ever used an American Truck Simulator. I have never seen this before. So don't think I've tried this mod before getting going. Legit, never seen it before. See pictures, but that's as far as she goes. Looks good. Does look good. He's done a good job on this. The reason I've never used this mod is California, Arizona, New Mexico, snow.
Use the right lane, then take the exit.
Let's stay
on the
away from
right.
that.
Take the exit on the right.
Now, as far as this truck goes, I highly recommend it. Again, on the Steam Workshop, a lot of good
Use
stuff
the
coming up
right
on the Steam
lane,
Workshop
then turn right.
for American Truck Simulator. Trucks like this. It was originally up on the
Turn right.
SES forums. I dabbed the brake. I didn't want it to stop completely, Lord. And I had it. I want to say I may have done a trip in this already from on my test profile because I didn't want to put it on my main, but I really cannot remember. Or I did it off camera. I get some outside shots for you. Jake sounds awesome. I think these are Cummins 440 series engines. Memory says something like that. It's Cummins engines in this. Set the cruise at 48. Seems a good speed for these. As far as FPS goes, with DirectX 11, the experimental branch for loading up your game, I have had absolute zero issues with FPS. Other than when the game was doing that whacked out, blacked out mask, which I think we figured out was Jazzy Cat stuff. Jazzy Cat seems to have lost touch recently, unfortunately. It sucks. But we're using a real logo pack. Doesn't add trailers, but adds real logos onto stuff, so it's not too bad. And that could be the picture. Let's see. The color combination I got on that truck looks awesome too, actually. That's perfect. That's actually perfectly framed for once. The lighting. Wow. I impress myself sometimes. But yeah, the color combo on it is kind of like a gold scheme. I like it. I put the lights up going up the side there. You can see them here. I straight up like this truck quite a lot. Wow, yeah. Job's a good one. And granted, it was an expensive way to get rid of the dog in our passenger seat. Some of you remember I kept on forgetting to take that out. But it worked. Which you can't do on this one, but you can put crap along the side there. Of course, it being a cab over, you got the engine right there. And don't think...
200 meters. Turn left.
And don't think for a second I'm using this because, oh, European trucks. No. I'm using this because the American cab overs
Turn left.
are actually pretty damn cool. Alright, this is where it's going to get interesting. Now, if you look, we have 45 miles of this terrain to go.
Navigation resumed.
I think 20 mile an hour is the slowest cruise will take you. So pop it in just in case, if you can keep up there. But as far as the dash goes, if we put on all the lights there, you can see that the high beam cut light comes on. If you flash there, indicators. Jake brake right there, that green one that's flashing there. The wipers seem to work okay. Most of the gauges seem to be active and working for the most part. I'll zoom in here, you can see some of them. Liters for per 100k. So I think the truck seems to be a hybrid between a Canadian dash and American, I would say, because I'm pretty sure American doesn't use liters per 100k. I'm almost 100% on that one, unless it's a European one from or Australian. Actually, it could be Australian too, but the gauge cluster there, that's mile an hour. That being said, the speedo is actually off by a good 5 miles an hour. It was. He may have fixed it. May have fixed it, I'm not sure, but it was. Actually, it looks like he may have fixed it. God, if I had the the skin and physics on it. That'd have been brutal. Yes, the customer expects their delivery on time. Wow, good luck coming up here in the snow, my friends. Exactly that. V, which does work in the cab. And you can see, diff locked. Times like this may actually, if we dump the pressure in that axle, that may put enough weight on the rears. Diff off, the diff lock off, so we can actually turn better. No, we are stuck. I have never got stuck like this with this. Alright, what you guys may be able to hear is my controller is just vibrating like crazy right now because it is not happy. I may actually have to reset this. Because the truck is just freaking out. I'm gonna get frickin' carpal tunnel from this, lord. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to do this. Oh my god, this controller.
Navigation resumed.
Oh. Jeez. Well, that sucked. Oh, come on. As we were. Yeah, I should have gone way, way wider then. My own fault. Well, you guys have probably been able to laugh at my expense. That's one of the trickiest sections on the climb. 60-kilometer road, I don't think, or mile-an-hour road, I don't think so. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, that's all a mile an hour. It was off, but looks like he's fixed that. That's dead on the nail now. Here you go, clock, battery, water temp, and all that good stuff, which don't mean crap in the game. And it may be parameters that the game actually checks, I don't know. Those are pretty up here though. When I was recording yesterday's farm sim video, I was thinking to, oh, it looks like we've got some more crap coming up. I was thinking to myself, well, we can start off where we left off maybe and just fast forward the time. Make it interesting, but go down to some of the states that I've just not been to yet in this game save and mess around down there. And then I saw that in the workshop. So, I gotta do this now. I don't think I've done this trip coming to it here. I've come from here down, but never actually driven up here. I'm just weaving my way up through these corners. Glad there's no traffic on these roads, good lord. Oh, I need to go as close to the edge over here as possible. Actually, going outside would probably be more beneficial here. I'm barely putting any throttle in this, wanting to go up through the gears like crazy. I wonder if I can fix that in settings here. Maybe I've got to set up from the automatic still. Yeah, I do. Problem solved. Diff lock is off. This is quite the hairpin here. Perfect. Reminds me of a spot in spin tires, actually, that. Alright, go wide on this side. Oh, turn! You see the way the cab jetted forward there? That's like the frame or something just slid. I don't think I was going too fast for that. Maybe. I don't know. There, we're home free now, basically. Just hammer down to the finish line. Yeah, I figured this. As soon as I saw where it was going, I figured this would take a while. It's a pretty cool trip though up here, especially with all the snow. It makes it feel legit, actually. Pretty damn cool. I'll probably have to do a few with the snow. See what you guys think.
You have arrived.
I have arrived. Enter. You'll have to let me know, guys, on what you think of this truck. I really like it. You're probably going to be seeing quite a bit of it. My guess is I'd still be on the Model R Mac if it had a heavy haul chassis. If it did, oh, you watch out. Alright, that is us. Switch off that, switch off our lights, and T. And kill the engine. And there we go. Logging in. Late. Yeah, I figured we'd be late. $4 grand, 52-minute late penalty. I don't care. We got here safely, almost. So until next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we'll be back next time for Farming Simulator on Oakfield on Monday. Catch you guys later. See ya.